Morning, fellas. Welcome back to the Fine and Dandy podcast.
The podcast where two fellas catch up on coffee this time, sup up, and usually make up a few little beer ratings. But as you know, we don't really do that anymore. We're still finding our way in the podcast life. And let's be honest, it's been a while since me and you sat the F down.
And we're in a new... Well, we've got a lot to talk about, Dan.
Have we?
Yeah.
You brought the plans.
I've brought a few things to the table. You might be... Can I reveal, Dan, that we might be seeing a Fine and Dandy studio?
Oh, that's very early, man. Long story short, we went to go look at a nice little office today. It looks lovely and reasonably priced, so we might be able to upgrade ourselves.
Basically, we just want stews, man. We're in another new environment today. We've been here before.
I'm going to say, if you're an OG, actually, you might recognise where we are. We have entered this vicinity before, but we just thought, do you know what? We haven't actually, no lie, we actually just sat down and had a chat, me and you, in Yonks.
Not on cam.
I actually think this year, 2023, have we done it once?
Yeah, we've had putty in that.
Yeah, but that were it. Apart from,
I don't believe that we're in
apart from Charity Pod and that, we only did a beer taste.
That's a thing we need to talk about, Dan. The highs, the lows, and the middles of the charity podcast.
We've left it a bit late to even review Charity Pod, but...
Charity podcast was genuinely about a month ago. No, just under a month ago.
About 3 weeks. I'm actually not having fun not doing it live. I miss Jenga Man. Tumbling Towers. I messed up!
No, we should have brought Jenga. Sure there's a Jenga in here. There's a Scrabble under there.
Sure there's Jenga at Yogi's. Anyway.
Yogi's, if you are listening, if you've got a Jenga. Basically, I'd just like to ask you, Dan, and get your reflection. We'll do... Or do you want to catch up on other stuff first? We'll do this first. We're here now. Gaz Day. We did the podcast with us, but he's also got that Pornhub gay account. What did you think?
The 24-hour pod?
Yeah.
I can't believe actually.
No, that's not a good start. What do you think?
Oh, shit, man. I can't believe we've actually been and done it, and well, we raised so far. If you want to donate, link will still be.
How much we raised?
1919, which is £1,919.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I've not been keeping tracks on it.
I haven't, because there's been no donations in a while. So get donate. I miss just telling people get
I
in the
know.
chat.
And you know what? That's the best thing that happened to me on the Fine Dandy 24-hour live podcast. The chat.
Yeah, it were nice for no caps for once to have a bit of a live audience and get a bit of interaction. And, you know, got a few questions and that.
It
People
was-
like, hey.
To be fair, Dan, we did pub quiz. That was sick. That music quiz is sick. What Gaz did.
Mr. and Mr.
Mr. and Mr. We did really good on Mr. and Mr.
If you were there, listening to it at 3 in the morning, talk about space.
That's the thing.
Sorry about if you were listening at that point.
There were, it's mad, innit? There were nobody listening at that time, but I didn't expect them to be listening at that time, to be honest.
But there were a few.
What about the guests? We had Dolly. We kicked off with Dolly's desserts.
It booted the hell off. She brought some lovely treats. It would, you know, it's just a bit of a blur. I really wish, confession, I really wish we'd have caught up on it straight after, but...
I know, because you can't remember anything now.
I can't remember out, but to be honest with you, it took that much. And that's why I've been a bit quiet on pod. I know you've seen Paddy Ken and all that. We have still been keeping busy, but it took that much planning. That's why we did Note in Jan. We did like one beer tiers. It took that much planning and logistics. And afterwards, obviously, we're knackered. Afterwards, I'd done enough of this. I enjoyed it, but I was like, I need to just not do this for a bit now.
I weren't physically tired after the pod.
Not one bit. I stayed up to like 11 o'clock, man.
I went to pick our lass's van up. Not even capping you. She was pissed the night before, and I was like, I'll go get your van, no problem.
Yeah, we're alright, wasn't it? But
It was. I would say it's the best thing we've done as a channel so far.
yeah, well, it's actually, even now to think 24 hours is mad. Like, if we've just started 3 minutes, 18 seconds in, we've got a nice little timer here.
I can't stop looking at it.
If we'd have started now, you know, we've still got 24 hours, like, it would just, and live as well. We've never done it live, and if you want to see, like, Jenga live, because it's all in spirit of the game.
Come on!
Monopoly, FIFA.
Why don't we start doing some live stuff?
How come we're absolute awesome streamers?
Why don't we do a live? Why don't we cancel this now and just do it live?
Might as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
On Instagram Live.
Nah, never die. But actually, that's a good point. One of the main things I enjoyed about the Fine Dandy Live 24-hour podcast, Jenga, man.
Oh, Tumbling Towers, actually.
It is all in the spirit of the game.
I actually think if we didn't have that Jenga block set, Tumbling Towers, it's all in the spirit of the game, to get us through, we'd have struggled. It just really kept us, in the dark moments where you just want to give up and you need a bit of cuddle. That was the comfort blanket. Well, getting a bit dry. 18 hours to go.
What do you think about the amount of content we planned versus like how long it took to do that And like, did we keep on track? Did we have any lulls? We had some lulls, obviously, but
I don't think we actually had as many lulls as you'd have thought.
I thought going into
I
it,
think we had 2 lulls or so.
we should, I could keep out lulls in my pocket, man. There weren't any. We honestly, I thought like, we could.
I kept doing a lot of that on. Like, thing is, like, you can imagine.
You forget.
You're live, but like, I still have to fart and stuff. Like, I'm sorry, that just had to happen. Usually, you do cut that, but you were right.
I don't think we ever had really cut that.
I was, and when it comes on, I go.
And then we had Stephanie Hurst as a guest as well after Dolly's dessert.
Stephanie Hurst, both of guests were unbelievable. Stephanie Hurst really came in.
Go on.
She came in, she dominated the scene.
Oh yeah.
And she fucked off to her busy life, and I can't believe we even had her on.
I can't believe we had her on. Did you notice the only time the banner fell down was when they were guest in room? Dolly's dessert, it fell down.
Really?
And Stephanie Hurst, it fell down.
Energy in room.
There were way too much charisma flying around. It was like, oh, this, I'm gone.
See you never. But she was absolute beauty. She came in at the right time. Going back to your point earlier, what you said about, do you think we've planned enough or had a lull or whatever? I think we planned the right amount of stuff. It proper actually did fly by. I think the only thing that we got would have been ideal if we had maybe one. I think only one more guest. I think if you'd have had 4 guests, it would have been a bit too overwhelming with different people to talk to.
I think maybe one guest at midnight.
Yeah, to keep
Something like that.
oh no, maybe for 2 for next day.
Or 2 for next day, good idea.
But like, it didn't really matter because we got Central G on. Dan Miller also came on and did a bit, didn't he?
He did like Blind Over Matter, which we all forget.
That
were good.
We hadn't actually paid him back for that.
As I said, we all forget Blind Over Matter.
The beauty of this not being live, I can cut that out.
Yeah, fuck that. Dan Miller, you never get any money back, man. He spent about £3 at corner shop. What do you want me to do about it? I could have kept his Nintendo Switch, kept it at my house for about 3 weeks until his birthday.
But we had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah, that were good. I mean, we can catch up together about our actual lives if you want. A lot's happened to me, Dan, and I will go
You've
first.
got a notepad, which I ain't got.
When things noticeable have happened to me, I've just thought, oh, probably down notes.
Save for a pod that we never do.
I spent some time in Birmingham recently.
Right, okay.
Are you
Can you
familiar?
confess why? Or is that not for...
That's got a tit job.
What about getting into stuff?
So, we got to go to Birmingham. Have you ever seen the likes of Simon... What's he called? Welsh, Simon.
Yeah.
What's he called?
Him who does £1 challenges.
What's he called, though?
Wilson.
Simon Wilson, right? When he walks into hotels and gets free breakfast.
Yeah, okay.
So,
did you pull it off?
Well, what about free breakfast? Sure, in surgery for 3 hours. What else am I going to do? Sure, wait for about 45 minutes. Right, 45 minutes for a TJ.
As someone who didn't know about having your boobs done,
We'll get her on for a tit job, person.
She obviously got half a mile during the pod and that.
Oh, yeah, clearly.
Yeah, anyway.
Basically, so I went in and I talked to this woman. She was proper mint. She was like, we've travelled down 6 o'clock in the morning, starving and that. She was like, fucking hell, why are you here at this time? Swearing, and that, she's probably OG.
Yeah, sorry, just checking that she's red. We knew with these guys.
She read them. I said, right, I'm really hungry in that, because she caught me going to the breakfast bar. And I like...
Sorry, did you plan to break in and infiltrate?
Yeah, I planned to break and enter, yeah.
And you got stopped like, where are you going, sir?
She came on, she went,
you alright?
Are you staying here? And I went, yeah, but obviously we can't check in yet. Told her the whole spiel.
What?
Yeah, we're staying there, yeah. But I'm not, you can't check in till 3, and I could have been a stranger. And she was like, I just want to get a bit of breakfast and that, but I'm not checking in till 3 o'clock. And she was like, I've not seen you.
Between me and you.
Between me and you.
Oh.
But...
Was she fit?
Unbelievable. Imagine like a really old dying granny.
Oh.
But like fit.
They should all like Earth Benidorm.
Madge?
No, Jenny.
She were more Madge.
Oh, she?
She were more Madge, but nicer.
Yeah, okay.
She didn't smoke and that. Well, she might have done, didn't ask her. Right, so the next day, I've had my breakfast there, lovely.
Did you fill your boots? Did it taste better than
No,
free match?
I didn't fill my boots because she was like, if I'd have paid for it, I'd have filled my boots.
Yeah.
But I never paid for it, so I felt like my boots were like, I could only half fill them.
Yeah.
I could squelch them.
They're already half filled with guilt in that.
Exactly. Yeah. Next morning, Dan, I didn't pay for breakfast. So I'm writing this down, this sounds like best story of my life. I didn't pay for breakfast. I went down again. I went down again. Same woman on. I was ever working in that place. She saw me. She went, you are staying here, aren't you? She was like, I'll take your room number this time then. Like, she was like joking. I'll follow the guidelines. I told her room number, we don't pay for breakfast. So again, I was breaking the guidelines. Yeah. And she went, get your sin in. And I was like, get them trousers down. Let me go on that brummy strummy. But that morning, obviously I was leaving. I never had to see her again. But she went on holiday in Harrogate last week, actually. But only
What, this woman did?
Yeah.
How do you know so much about the woman?
She basically sat down and had breakfast with me, man. Oh, and also, because Nat was so ill, I was recovering the next day, she actually gave me breakfast to take away as well.
There were clearly stock issues with this breakfast that she couldn't get enough of getting it away.
She just said some people don't come down, so I'd have fucking let some people in.
The thing is, it's one of them. He's not coming out of her stocks, is it? Like, he doesn't matter.
It's not coming out of her stocks, but it's coming out of the kindness of her heart to let me eat.
Yeah.
And that, I really like it. So if you are listening, Brummy Strummy.
Do you want to shout the hotel out, or do you not want to grass her up?
I don't want to grass her up. I thought about honestly, I can't shout it out. If you're ever in Solihull,
that great, funny-looking hotel, it's got footballs up front.
thing is, you're never going to be in Solihull. I FaceTimed you in Solihull. It was
Signal.
It was Solihull. It's proper the worst thing. It's Barnsley, 1998. That's how I describe Solihull.
Too bad then.
1994.
Merry-go-round.
Yeah, basically, literally, it could have had one of them. It was horrible, Dan. If you're ever going to Solihull, stay in the Village Hotel. But it's horrible.
Would you want to shout your woman out? What's she called?
I don't actually get a name.
Bollocks.
Brummy Strummy.
Oh, it's on a name, imagine it. Yeah, well, nice to meet you.
Brummy Strummy. But after that, Dan. So I've come back now. Oh, yeah.
Okay. No one's ever looked at the notes and gone, oh, yeah.
Basically, right, look at this. I had an haircut since this event. Look at state of my fucking barnet. Yours is just Christian.
Look at Shine Bright. Like is it, you know these lights, they enhance it?
I don't know. No, actually, doesn't it? It hides it a bit.
I can see it.
You're Chris,
I've got cobwebs on my head.
Basically, Dan, long story short, I've got a real... I'm going to have to change hairdressers after I said this. I've got a real issue with my hairdresser.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. So, look, it's a safe space, this.
Number one...
We'll not release until you find another new hairdresser, by the way.
Well, I'll just go to any other. Number one, he never does the haircut that I want. I always have my fringe boxed off because I've got a fucked up fringe. Yeah. He always like takes that white collar off and then takes the thing off. He's like, cheers, pal. And I pride myself on knowing exactly where a hairdresser wants my head before they have to touch and adjust me.
Yeah.
He's going there, I'm going there. I know exactly what to do. But
I got you one. Leaning into it.
He's thinking, I've got to move it. I'm like, don't worry about it, mate. I've got my head between his legs. Like, is this easy for you, pal? Absolute bollocks. One other thing I hate about it, all haircuts, why do they show me back of me? When he's getting the mirror out to show me back of my hair, I've got two things in my head. I'm going to have to say, yeah, cheers, pal. And then when he puts it to the other side, we have to go, nice one, yeah, but cheers, thank you. Every single time, it's like, just fuck off, show me back of my hair.
I don't get that at my barber.
You don't get that?
Did you keep weeks and not done that very job? No, I can't show it back at that.
They don't show it back of hair? No. Have you had that, Bill? Have you had that, though?
From, what, in my life?
Yeah, but, and what's your response? Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, no matter what, he could have literally shaved, you are a bell end into the back of your head.
You can't change it though, can you?
He could have actually shaved my hair off, shaved his pubes, glued them back on, I'd go, yeah, that's nice, mate, don't worry about it. Sweet.
But what's it, if I say I don't like that, what's he going to do, get it off at the floor, super glue? But bollocks, anyway, right. Then it would cut him my hair, and he had to like, he rested his finger on my nose, there. and I just reminded me of you, because I'm sure a hairdresser's rested the finger on your nose, it smelled like poo.
Proper, not like farts, not like shit, like poo. Proper, like innocent at first, like, oh, I shouldn't be saying that.
Why is his hand has got no business being there, has it? Like, why has he rested it on me? Why has he giving me a fake moustache, man? I'd put it there, and I would have... The thing is, you know when you probably can't laugh? So I was thinking about, like, my grand dying, all like, horrible stuff, all like, everyone in my family members is dead here. I can't... Like, my lip just kept, like, lifting his finger up because I kept smirking. It was like...
I'm getting a bit more of this.
And then he always never boxes that off, and I'm just fucking sick to death for him.
So you go to different barbs?
So yeah, I'm going to a different
My issue, if we're going to barbers, a minute, I had a bit of a bad barber story.
Are you allowed to say it?
Yeah.
It's a bit awkward because next time I go in, I'll be like, see the podcast? Even though you didn't. Another thing. I am going to make it my mission in life. I go to a quote-unquote Turkish barbers.
As do I.
Which I believe are Afghanistan descent. Is that correct?
I don't think that's facts. I just think that could be half facts.
Right, okay. Well, I don't think they're from Turkey anyway, but they're from another land. I'm going to make it my mission to find out what language they're speaking. And I'm going to...
Duolingo.
Because I know for a fact they're slagging me off. Every time they go, oh, another thing. The guy who I'm slagging off here is the newbie.
Yeah.
It's empty as fuck.
Well, return then.
I can't though, Dan, because every time I go, he's the only one there who's like, it's just straight away, buddy. Okay. Go.
smelly. That last bit with a little like puff of brown mist in my pants.
Every time I go in, he always says, like, straight away, 36 seconds later, all the gods of hairdressing from that particular place, they all park up their M4s and walk in, twiddling the thing.
Like zombies, like knocking door down.
Or like juggling all the scissors and like, buzzers and that. And I'm just like, I'm sat here while he's like,
That's what it smelled like.
he's giving me a line of cocaine, but it's all poo. I'm like, fuck's sake, lads, can't you just take over? Tell me your shit barber experience, can fucking enough.
So this,
oh god,
this haircut, the time I'm talking about is not the last time I had a haircut, the time before. And if you talk to me about pod, I didn't really have any hair, and it's because I've no shame. I'm thinking of this on the pod. My hair's just like everyone's, but my hair particularly is shit. Like I get skin fade every 2 weeks. After 1 day, it's expired. I don't know what to do at the top of me. I just don't even do it anymore. I just showed him a picture for the first time ever in my life. I've never even as a kid, never shown him like Beckham or
never showed him bags.
Never Ronaldo when he had that. Never done all. I thought, you know what? Today's 26. I think it's time that I can't, especially as well. This is not me.
Be honest.
Obviously, the Turkish barbers. Of course, you understand, but like,
You're really horrible, man.
No, I'm not.
You're just doing a big poop and then you're saying this.
No, I'm not. But obviously, it sometimes can be hard because not all of them are full on fluent.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So me trying to explain, can you just make like Karim Benzema a bit there and like that, mate? You basically got to go.
Number 9, France. Football, soccer. You know the guy.
He's put 2 past last night. You know him.
Did that Penega thing.
So I literally just went. I like bus cut. A bit like. Anyway, I'll tell you what. He did a decent job.
Hey, wait, your first time you had it done, minutes full.
Went back the next time. Got a different one because at Turkish barbers obviously potluck. Sat down with the goat at the barber shop, and I'm like,
there is always the one in there that's the goat.
Like, yes, bro. And I'm like, yeah, man. Not had him in ages. Like, yeah, what can I do? And I was like, buzz cut. And he was like, I was like, something funny. So, and he was like, nah, bro.
He said no.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm paying you. Do you want your cash or not? He was like, nah. Well, I did it last time. He went, nah. Went, who did that? And I'm like, well, he's not in, but he was down there, yeah. Like, I think it's obviously because I looked ugly. You're like, nah, bro, you don't need it. You don't need it.
It looked mint though.
So he did a skin fit. He just did not touch top of me. I'm like, you're not off front. I'm like, no, go on.
He would get in his car, put all his equipment away. Like, do you want me to do anything?
Like, I'll put your shirt down. Like,
I've got somewhere to be.
And then he was just like, nah, and then he did that. And he gave me an uneven skin fade. I had one bit.
Oh yeah, that was last week, bro.
So I'm due to get my hair cut in 2 days' time. I don't know what to do. Let's get rid of beard or what.
No, don't get rid of the beard.
But do I show him? Alright, maybe I show him one picture of Benzema. Don't you show him that one where we're at Ballon d'Or with his suit on and glasses?
Oh yeah.
Maybe I can borrow them, like.
Yeah, no, can't. That's actually a gorgeous Benny. That.
So
show him like winning World Cup, holding the World Cup, maybe getting inspired a little bit. Show him Karim Benzema getting his hair cut.
That's exactly what I wanted you to
A video of Karim Benzema getting his hair cut. Can we do exactly this, mate?
POV. If I hold this, can you just copy that? No, but as well, one last thing on getting your hair cut. And this is not unique to Turkish barbers or any barbers.
That's gone flat cold.
The most painful thing I've ever endured. I don't know if you get this, or you because you got a tash. When they're doing me tash, I let them do full lashes.
I've never been touched by a man.
Oh right, well, I'm not on about that.
I've never been touched by a barber.
Below the waist.
Well, I have.
When he's doing me like moustache and that, he does it like with obviously clippers with thing on, and he like
do they?
Yeah, a little bit, and he's like going vroom vroom vroom, and he just pokes that bridge of my nose, but it's like with like the thick guard, that little spike, and I'm not doing this. It's like.
Is it every time?
Yeah, it's like no, it's always done it all my life. But you know, like that, like one spot where you go like that, and like you disable someone.
Yeah.
It's like you got that, it's instant waterfall out your eyes. Like it don't really hurt that much. It's like.
Does he say something about it?
No, they don't. I'm doing it. I'm like, and then he goes, and I'm like, tears stream. What he went through for about scissors, electric shock. Honestly, you'll have to just let me go.
I do a razor there, but I've just not got enough facial hair to be worried about.
Yeah, but I just let him go to town and that. But.
I wonder if barber do your pubes right. That's the last thing I'll say about that. Everything you said below the waist, I'm like, could I get my skin fade up pubes, man?
I ring this.
Can I have Cream Benzema? Can I have Robert Perez one strip? I think it's called Brazilian.
Can I have you've seen Alison Becker, haven't you, that video? That hotel room. I'm one of them.
I have seen that video.
A few times, and I've researched for it.
Okay, I'm going to move on from hairdressing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you something that I've not told you yet.
Okay.
I have recently become a man.
Okay.
We had a couple of problems with the van. The van hadn't been starting.
There's no way you changed the spark plug.
No, I didn't change the sparky.
That's what I mean. You were separate ways. I ain't.
No. Well, I tried to FaceTime him, but we didn't answer. Basically, the van wouldn't start. I've got it started, Dan. I've only gone and jumped it.
What way?
My car.
No.
I've got two. I've got a red. I've got a black.
And on earth.
If I gotta get bam.
Ain't that like a really? You either do it this way and it goes spot on, or do it this way and it's death.
There were sparks. There were two occasions where there were sparks. What happened were? I said, Nat said, oh, van's not starting. I sent her a text back saying like, oh, I put it battery like, oh, it's ignition manifold. So
meanwhile, Ibit.
yeah, I'm like those spy glasses where I can probably see everything like moving all stuff around the screen. So she was like, oh, like I'll get my dad to sort it. And I was like, no, don't disturb him. I'll sort this, love. Don't worry about it.
I am a man.
She was like, have you ever done this before? Like, have you done this before? I've done it about 16 times. Never done it before. I got.
You changed some overalls like oil on and grease and.
I got a skateboard. I rolled underneath, but I was like, oh yeah, I could see your problem. Love, it's going to cost you about 300. It cost. I charge you 300 quid. Basically, the issue were, I didn't have a good. All you mechanics out there are going to know what I'm saying. I didn't have a good mount for the black clamp thing. Clamp.
Clip.
I didn't have a good mount for it.
Not a good mason.
My dad is currently in Denmark or Norway, one of them countries.
He's a spy.
I had to FaceTime my dad.
So you didn't do it?
No, listen. He told me where to mount it all the time.
Well, I'm not going to say exactly which one, but it might look like a black clip.
It was like that. Am I a robot? There's going to be a traffic light. Click on all the ones at the traffic light. I'm not a robot. You'll get through. But yeah, so I had to FaceTime my dad. I had to concede. I was doing YouTube videos and that, but they're all American. So it's like, go ahead and get the spark plug and go ahead and put it in your asshole. And I tried that.
I've seen that one.
I was electrified. I was like, I'm the one I want. You are the one I want. All the while, Nat's upstairs. She hasn't got a clue any of this is going on.
New tits at this point.
New tits at this point. Okay. She thinks I'm like just sorting it out like a bloke. Honestly, now I know how to do it. It's a 13-second job to go ding ding shagga dagga doom boo boo.
Are you proper thinking about setting up a jump starting business?
If anyone needs jump starting, man.
Jump in the humps. Mr. Jump Humps.
What's that example? Someone that love kickstarts and jump starts again.
Nice.
But yeah, I got it started in the end, Dan. But I had to lie to my wife.
Why?
Because I was saying I knew how to do it and that. And I was like,
so you
it's
did
a
get
13-second job. I was out there for 38 minutes.
You did get help?
Yeah, I got help from Norway.
Yeah, I can't buy a little help from my friends.
And a lot of help off YouTube, but you can do it.
Everyone learns these days.
You can do it. And now, if you ever need jumping, you've got an electric car, so I don't know how it works.
It's a hybrid.
Yeah, I've seen Harry Potter.
At first, like, yeah, pretty I got that. Nice multi-level layered that way.
And then, have you got anything to catch up there? Because I've got one more catch up story before we move into Kilimanjaro.
Remind me, what have we been up to since? Went to Travelodge in Leeds.
Oh yeah, where's she?
No, but
you almost had a fight.
No, but Travelodge is a sound, right?
And that's written on his gravestone. He stands by that.
Because like we booked it essentially.
Oh, Pete.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. I'll keep this quick. Me and Central G, also known as the cameraman, editor, and sound technician on the 24 Hour podcast, went to Leeds. Like, fuck it, she'll go out. She'll go Leeds. She'll go Sheffield starters. I'm like, no, she'll go Leeds. And instead of getting a taxi back to Barnes, and we have to go two separate ways in Barnes because Gaz lives in like quite a village 10-15 minutes away, which obviously has a lot more cost. Why don't you just get an hotel? Came to like 52 quid for a Friday night.
Cheap as food.
25 quid each. And by the way, we parked as well, so I'd parking on it, about 25 quid each. Like, that's cheap than train and taxi. So like, fair folks. I picked him straight up after work, so we were like weird. I looked like, hey, see you later. Straight there, I'm at Travelodge.
You didn't get a shower or nothing?
At the Travelodge. But like,
oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But Travelodge are like, check in. You can check in from whenever time. Travelodge, you can check out at 12 o'clock. In like midday. That is late to me. That's because
we were doing something the day after, and we were recording Paddy Kenny the day after.
Yeah, we were.
And you were in Leeds. I was like, oh, Paddy's coming in about 15 minutes. You were like, I'm in Leeds, got a Cecil station.
Oh, I've just woke up with an hairdryer at my house. What do you mean?
It's just a funny nickname for gas.
But Travelodge, they know that you're there to just get smashed.
Yeah.
KFC grease all over the room. Oh, and that. And then you just leave, but there's sound receptionist. I bet being a Travelodge receptionist, probably not the best job ever.
I think you see a lot of good things.
See a lot of things, but yeah, gas on soon because you don't now get hairdryers in the room. You got to ask for them.
You can't out-gas like that.
He reminds me the guy behind the counter of Kenneth from Benidorm.
Yes.
But like a really demonic homosexual, Kenneth. Like, really.
Yeah, Kenneth was straight, but I know.
Yeah, no, I know, but like really, like a bit more.
Yeah.
He was sound as fuck, proper on strings, but like he was just like he had like a proper thick Scouse gay accent. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
He had him on strings, but like you were proper a sleep paralysis demon. I thought I was gonna wake up and he'd be there, like you have this edge, like swing it, plug a bar, and then it's Paddy Kenny.
And then we went to Paddy Kenny straight after that.
Speaking of PK, what else begins with PK initials wise?
The worst. Well, I don't know, Dan. I've got a lot to say about this, and I would like you to begin it, and I will add my.
Paddy begin it. Right. Okay. So last thing on catching
Paddy
up.
begin it.
Last thing on catching up before I get on to the meat of this.
I've got one more thing on catching
Oh,
up.
maybe one more thing. We went to see the good old famous comedian Peter Kay.
Or Peter Gay is his first joke.
That lasted about 15 minutes. We went to see Peter Kay, didn't we? Oh, hang on. We're having technicals. No, we're still rolling.
Sorry guys, we're still rolling. We went to see Peter Kay, Sheffield Arena, third row back,
Central.
VIP access.
I could smell his foreskin.
Yeah, he's not clean.
No, just on his breath.
Yeah, we got to see him
breath
back behind stage first. Oh, went to see Peter Kay. Honestly, 75 quid. I don't want to ruin the show for anybody if you're going to go and see it, but it's shit. I love Peter Kay as much as the next man.
Yeah, I do.
But he doesn't do any. He does about, I would say over the 2 hour period, I think he does
an hour and a half.
30 minutes of joke, 25 minutes to 30 minutes of jokes, and the rest of him is just singing.
Yeah, like again, we're not going to ruin it, but I'm going to exactly ruin the start.
Right, if you're going to see Peter Kay, just skip this bit, and the rest of the podcast goes wank.
Just skip about 5 minutes in, but he starts it with just like him singing, oh, what about that person? What were all that about?
I know.
He's like, what do you think about Mars Munch? He's like,
a miles a day keeps Dr. Way. Hey, does it?
they were like, audience finish it. No one finished it. It's like, and I get that we're not, obviously,
70s.
we're not Peter Kay's age. He's like, what, 52 or something? Or
I think
whatever.
probably about 52.
Probably about that. You know, it's like the mum and dad's age. I'm not from his generation, but also, he's been stopped touring that long. We're 26. We're like a lot older than 18-year-olds. So there's a lot of people that want to go see this tour. At Peter Kay, even if you didn't see him, even if you weren't into him at the time, 10, 15 years ago, you've still seen him on YouTube, on DVDs, everything. Every fucker knows Peter Kay. It's like, I feel like what he caters to his audience, probably like 50% tops of it. And it was like, there's no punchline in you going, as a day keeps the doctor away. Like, all right, do it once. But then after that, he went on to, a tutti frutti, it's very fruity. And it was like, Pete, no one's laughing.
The issue is that I saw with that, Dan, is
Yeah.
the average age of somebody, honestly, average age, I would say was 30. Because there were some older people, and I'd say there were a lot of 18 to 30s there.
A lot of young couples.
A lot of young couples. Nobody had a clue, and I don't know if you can argue with me on this, but when you do a joke at work or something and it falls flat, I'd say there were 10 plus occasions of that happening at Peter Kay. And he were also like, he might have done it for comedic effect, but I don't think he did. He was like losing where we're going with show. He was like, what was I saying? But sometimes they do that for fun, but it just didn't seem like it worth it.
Yeah, and I hope Pete's, because obviously we had tickets to go see him when he cancelled like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I hope Pete's, it's not in a bad way. We're not meaning this shit bad way, but I hope he's all right because to me, I mean, he signed like he's doing this for like 4 or 5 years. He weren't in it, he weren't interested, he didn't look happy, he didn't look in right headspace, he looked confused, like, he proper just didn't want to be there, did he?
And I'll say it. I'll say two things, if you don't mind.
Garlic bread.
No, fucking hell. He didn't look very well. And I don't know. He looked really quite thin. Obviously, when you think Peter Kay, you think big bloke off telly, blah, blah, blah. He just looked very different. And
I'd have walked past him, it's written on it.
I would have. I honestly would have.
I don't think it were Peter Kay on stage.
No, but wait, it was Peter Kay.
Peter Kay.
Second thing, we were sat literally from, I don't know what you can see on cam to be fair, but here.
That wall away.
Here to that wall from Pete.
In the middle.
In the dead middle, so we could hear his voice like, garlic bread, but then it like kind of caught with the speakers, like garlic bread. It was a bit too close.
Couldn't hear him.
So I couldn't even hear it. So maybe that ruined it a bit, and that's not his fault. But all in all, out of 10, genuine review of Pete.
3.
I'd go 3.5 max.
I don't regret going, but I think he passed his time, and I don't know. The thing is as well, like if
75 quid a ticket. Let's just put that out there.
1 out of 10. But like obviously he's got to play up to what people think he's going to play up to. But like obviously comedy's evolved and stuff.
Material.
But like but he'd say something new, but then he'd finish it off with an old joke. That's all he'd done. It's like you didn't need to do it. That were borderline a bit of at my nose.
Yeah.
But then you finish it off with a garlic bread, and I'm like, nah.
It is bullshit. And, I'm going to say something there. I can't remember. You can continue, Dan, but I'm going to say something there.
I'm not going to continue slagging Pete off.
No, I don't want to slag. I do actually. Pete, if you want to come on podcast and explain yourself.
If you go, you'll probably go night. No lie. I looked on Twitter straight after, as you do. Didn't see a single bad thing. Same with Facebook.
Boy, what I'm going to say. I've just remembered.
Yeah.
You want to go?
I think you're going to say what I'm going to say.
I'm not. My Mrs. Nat, her mate went 3 weeks before us, I think to Leeds.
Yeah.
And she said she didn't enjoy it and she didn't think I was going to enjoy it because it's all catered to an older audience.
Right.
And Nat didn't tell me that, but she told me that when I got in the car and I rang Nat and I was like, I'm quite disappointed actually. She was like, well, she said that you were going to be disappointed by it.
Right, Kate's different always in what? Just the adverts? Because apart from that, his comedy is very like simple. Oh, garlic bread. Like, there's no... Do you know what I mean?
You've got the best PK impression ever. Oh, garlic bread.
What I'm going to say is I didn't say any negative things, and maybe it's just me. People can be very defensive, even the guys that we went with, like, no, he was sick that, but I didn't see him laughing.
But there were nobody actually around, and I felt bad because if the front row's not laughing, you can see that. I did a few fake laughs.
Oh, you roll on forfeit laughing, ruffle.
I was a rufflecopter. I took off. I was like, I was proper laughing, but it's because like if he like look, although he probably couldn't see me because it lights and stuff, like I'm small. If he looked and I would like, if it's like you're just doing a comedy show and someone's like, it's just gonna put you off, and I didn't want to do that to him, so I was laughing. I do actually really love him, but I just didn't enjoy the show. One positive, I think at the end, I'll not ruin the ending. There were good like pyrotechnics and good.
They went on a bit too long.
I want him to end now. I'm trying to find.
So they're awkward, like. It's not spoiled, but like, can you just get back down?
Yeah.
Can we just leave now? But yeah, I searched on Twitter, searched on Facebook, everyone made reviews. And what I'm going to say on this is, this applies to a lot of things in life. I think that people are afraid to just accept that something that you love can be a bit shit.
Wow.
Like, obviously we were looking forward to Peter Kay. Like, he's obviously smashed it. He must have earned like 60 million quid from this, at least.
Really?
Well, he's obviously sold out. He's sold out for like 4 years straight, hasn't he? So everyone loves Peter Kay, man. But like, just even though they love him, just admit that it was a bit shit. But everyone feels like best night ever. Like he's back, and everyone that looking. Obviously, no one over the age of 30 uses Twitter. I'm like, you didn't go to see him, Peter's eye.
This is the thing, Dan. That's such a good point.
Were you laughing because you felt like you should laugh because it's Peter Kay? Because if you looked at it as a neutral, it weren't funny.
And I think me and you had a conversation when we said we'd rather not see a famous comedian. I'd rather go to a comedy show. What's it called?
Last Laugh Comedy.
Last Laugh Comedy. See like up and coming people. I've got no expectations. Then they actually surprise me. Like what's it called? Under promise and over deliver. Yeah. That's what I want.
He over promised and under delivered.
Exactly.
But he's a good lad. But yeah, we were sat 3 rows back, so how miserable can you get? But
I know, and that's one of the other things I don't want to sound like. And this is another thing where me and you struggle. We just don't enjoy out.
Oh, this can go off on a full tangent, but like, I'm not saying I'm depressed, because obviously I'm not, but I think that is probably the reason why I didn't let my hair down that I ain't got this grey, and it's wonky and Benzema. I just don't enjoy it because I think I've looked forward to stuff that much in the past and been let down. That
yeah.
No, I'm never like that was good. I'm like, all right.
Because your expectations are so high.
I don't know why they're so high though, because I know that I never enjoy it.
I know, but you just get excited, and then anything is just a bit underwhelming.
Is anyone like a psychiatrist that's tuning in that we can get some advice? Because I actually I'm not thinking pace. I can't remember the last time I actually enjoyed. Probably 24-hour pod.
Yeah.
But that's and I'm not saying this is a dick, mate. There's something like that with like pure, unadulterated joy. Like I just don't enjoy it.
Would you say you enjoy it if you go to a Man City game?
Yeah.
No.
If I to be honest, no. No, I don't know. I'm not going to go off on this tangent.
Let's go and let's actually have a therapy session podcast where we actually just like cry and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I would love that. I felt like that's really... Do you want me to tell you my last catch up thing?
Yeah. I'm catching up with 35 minutes in, but I can't get enough.
Today, I'm not going into it, but today I had to do a urine sample. I also had blood tests done. Mm-hmm. It's not a I feel like you're looking at the camera saying it's a sex thing. It's not a sex thing.
Here it is.
It's not.
Mr. Stud Muffin.
Unless you're Dan, then he loves getting pissed on. But so basically, doctor said, look, you're going to have to piss. And I went, right, fine, no problem. He said, go home, have a piss, come back, drop it in.
Go home?
Well, it's best to do it in the morning. He said. Because
Oh,
it's about
like
like
clear-
kidneys
your
and
toxins
shit.
are clear and that.
Yeah. Because obviously I just drink
So
those and
Dominoes.
kidneys and stuff. Dominoes. It's a little syringe, a pipette, if you will. But you need a capsule to piss in to therefore draw the liquid up. Yeah?
I don't get it.
You need to piss in somewhere to draw liquid. We can't just piss in the toilet.
Yeah, I know what your story's going to be. What is suitable to just piss in?
But our last were at work still.
Kettle.
I come home. No.
Shoes. That bonsai tree on your table.
A drinking glass. Well, I came home early. I was on my own at house. I thought, right, I'm going to have to do this quick pissing summer, draw it up through the syringe, have a little taste, send it off to the doctors, yeah? I did it in a drinking glass. What would you piss in?
Thimble? Shot glass? No, you won't. No, we've got them.
They didn't give me, in the little pack, there was nothing to piss in.
We've got that little.
They didn't give me a pot to piss in.
We've got some plastic ones that are like shitty ones. If
Oh my
kids
God, so have
outside.
I.
And you were like, no, it's a Harriet full on.
No,
goblet.
genuinely, the crystal
Chalice.
ones.
The little hexagon ones.
Yeah, the probably gorgeous crystal things. Oh no, I've got them red plastic ones we bought for 24-hour pod.
Yeah, but then again, at the same time, it gets washed, doesn't it?
This is the thing. I put it in the sink.
Oh, just didn't even empty it. Just dishes.
No, I emptied the piss into the toilet, flush toilet, rinsed it out, yeah, and then put that down the toilet, and then put it in the sink, and I like rinsed it for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
We're still going. Rinsed it for a couple of seconds. Are we?
Yeah.
Rinsed it for a couple of seconds, and then I left the house. But I've left that glass in the sink, and I'm just praying she didn't just go, oh, quick drink. But
What's this today?
I've just pissed in a pot.
Oh, sorry, I didn't say. I ain't got a pot to piss in.
Works at Premier Inn. But yeah, that's my last catching up. I've actually pissed in the crystal glass that our last drink's out of.
Pistol.
Pistol Pete, they call me.
Nice.
So,
What is this orange thing in the glass?
but that's another embarrassing thing. I've got to carry a tube of my piss in public. Everyone's walking past me and they're like, oh, everyone's got their life, everyone's got about business. I'm holding piss.
Can't you get a not Powerade, iron brew bottle? Put off as that. Squash.
I've had an incident with squash recently.
Lucozade.
I've got a primate fridge I could have brought in.
What's ever about the piss sample in prime? How luxurious can you get?
I've got a lemon and lime primate fridge at home.
Oh, you not even drank?
No, I ain't drank
I
it.
should brought him gasp.
Oh my Lord. Basically, I had to walk in, say, hi, you work at
Oh, so
reception.
you did it back?
I've got to get it back to her, yeah.
All right.
I'm like, hi, you work at reception. My piss that's just come out of my cock is still warm, just in that packet.
Did they take it off you? No,
Yeah.
like, let me get the doctor.
Thing is,
Like,
it was very much like, hi, are you all right? And I'm like, I've got a sample.
stool?
Thing is, a mood changed so much. You're like, hi, you all right? I'm like, I've got a sample. She's like,
You
fuck
lift
off.
your head in that.
She was like, have you seen Monsters Inc? Always watching.
Roz.
Yeah, have you seen Monsters Inc? Those actors' name, where she lives in that. You do them Beverly Hills open to a bus. Like, this is where Roz lives on Monsters Inc. And there's Tom Cruise. Right, we're all caught up from my side.
No, I ain't got what to say.
You got fuck all.
I ain't got a pot
What
to
have you
piss
been
in.
doing for 3 weeks?
I don't know, I haven't travelled. I just told you about that.
What's that? If I said to you, what's the highlight of the last 3 weeks? Well, I started Travelodge from motorway.
I actually don't know.
This is
I
the thing.
don't
We need a
know.
therapy session because you don't enjoy all.
Yeah, no. See what I've been doing? I've been prepping for Kilimanjaro.
Oh my God.
No, I haven't got. Oh, you have come, right? We didn't even really plan this pod. We just thought, let's turn match, let's get. Sometimes it's like, go do a few kick ups, like, get back into it. We haven't planned this pod. We just thought we'll have a catch up. And when I've got this time with Pete, I saw that 24-hour pod. After 6 minutes 40, we're like, yep, done about that. We're like, how can we condense 24 hours into 6 minutes? Look at you, like, that's what I said to him.
Yeah, I've come with a serious scroll, man.
So look, that's it. We're going to do a separate one about Kilimanjaro because people might just want to tune into a bit of bite-sized segment. But that's been a bit of catch-up with us.
It's going to be called the Fineanddandy Catch Up.
Oh, that is so original. You're like, it's going to be called
Guys, stick a say, I've got this one.
Fine and Dandy. What are we doing? Catch up.
Okay, then it's going to be called Deadliest Catch.
Oh, back it up.
Back it up.
Never seen up.
Oh, motion. Right, okay. Right, thanks for listening to this one. If you do me a favour, if you are listening to this one and you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Do me a favour, if you're not subscribed to us on Spotify, just maybe some of you transition over there, because you know, it's nice. I get all my podcasts through Spotify, so maybe you should listen to us on that one as well.
Look, we had a little catch up. There's not been much to it, but this is just Tuesday practice for us, to be honest with you. We're just enjoying it.
Also, Paddy Kenny were a good episode, weren't he?
Check it out. Well. It's great. We're going to make another coffee and we're going to chuck into a bit of Kilimanjaro. So you can choose on that one. We don't know when they're going to come out. You've got some
I've got belly button.
Oh, okay, that's like cotton trainers. Right, he's been fine. I've been dandy. See you in a bit. We both like candy and shandy.